welcome to HCN Evening News Bulletin. With me, Clinton D'Souza, and here are the top stories. Where's Siddhi Naik death case investigation heading? This is the question that everyone is asking. HCN Herald spoke to women activists and complainant Alda Vegas to follow up on Siddhi Naik's death case. It is shocking that most of the CCTVs near the beach were not working that night when the incident occurred. It's also sad that no one is willing to come forward and provide information to the police as the investigation is on, she added.
CCTVs conveniently shut on the night of Siddhi Naik death incident, says Outer Vegas. Where's Siddhi Naik death case investigation heading to? This is one question that everyone is asking in the state. HCN and Herald spoke to women activists and complainant, that is Outer Vegas, to follow up on Siddhi Naik's death case. It was shocking that most of the CCTVs near the beach were not working at the night when the incident occurred. It is also sad that no one is willing to come forward and provide necessary information to the police as their investigation is on, said woman activist Auda Vegas. She also added that police must reinvestigate and reinterrogate the people.
I have also been following it up with the police because after the report on the complaint filed by us, after the post-mortem report was given to us, we filed a complaint of murder with the father's name. Now that has to be investigated. Now to get that investigated, I have been following up with the police practically every 15 days. And the feedback that I get from them is that they are at it, but they are clueless about where was the girl on the day after she went missing. Where was she? Because the death seems to have occurred somewhere in early hours of the morning. Now, there is no one coming forward to say where she was seen last. There is no one coming forward who knows something and who is willing to share with the police. Because we also must understand one thing, that the police are not magicians. They're not going to sit there, turn some wheel and get the magic done. The thing is, we concerned people of Goa have also to cooperate with the police, and whatever we know about the case has to be shared with the police. Then only we can hold the police accountable for not doing their work. I spoke to Mr. Rakus today itself. I also keep speaking to him now and then, and he has assured me that the investigation is on. I've also made a suggestion that they should call some of the people that they had called earlier and reinvestigate them. Talk to them, find out.
No. So you said that you have been in touch with the police also. So did the police give you any information to where the case has actually gone ahead now? Whether the case has gone ahead or the case is still over there and they are still saying we are investigating?
They are saying we are investigating. I will have to trust them. That's all that I can do, because when investigations are going on, you don't get a peep into it. Because investigations have to be done silently, carefully, and the truth has to come out. We have to know what happened to Siddhi. There could be so many other Siddhis after this. Like I've said earlier, I'm saying it again. It could be another Mahanand in action. So what I'm saying is the police need to investigate in a serious and concentrated manner. There's no question of people are not coming forward doesn't mean it's the end of the story. The reason they say is that the CCTV cameras all along the beachside were not working on that particular night, particular evening. So they are clueless there. But I'm appealing to people now. If you know anything about Siddhi, please bring it to the notice of the investigating officer. Please bring it to the notice of the Kalangut police. Give them a hand. Let them tell Goa what happened to Siddhi Naik. We want to know what happened to her. Therefore, the men that they had called some men earlier. They should call those men back again and investigate with them. Find out from them. Do it seriously, please. Because we are not going to leave any stone unturned till we know what happened to Siddhi Naik. We are just a matter of time away.
Ma'am, my last question is that what do you think all of a sudden, only one day, that one particular night or day, only that day the CCTVs were not working? Because however they tried to search the CCTV footage, but everyone's were not working that day. Do you think something is suspicious out there on this note?
Yes, if you look at it objectively, it looks suspicious. To me, it looks suspicious. And that is one reason they need to investigate if a bigger hand is involved. They need to do it seriously. They cannot just say that CCTV were not working only on that night. How is it possible? How is it possible? Who meddled with them?
Okay.
So I think,
Yeah.
I
What do
think
you?
I'm also appealing to the
Hmm.
minister,
Hmm.
appealing to my minister, get the police to pull up their socks and let them do this with the seriousness that it deserves. No death of any woman should go unexplained. That will be a precedent for many others.
The domestic price of LPG gas cylinders has hiked by 15 rupees in the effect from 6th of October. The hike is for the third straight month, now pushes the cost of a 14.2 kg cooking gas in Goa to rupees 913.50 from 898.50. Yes, the details.
Now, LPG cylinder price is hiked by 15 rupees, crosses 900 mark. The Goans have reacted strongly to it. The price of LPG cylinders have been hiked by 15 rupees with effect from October 6th. The hike is the third straight month, now pushes the cost of a 14.2 kg cooking gas in Goa to nearly 913.50 paisa. The LPG cylinder was earlier hiked by 25 rupees each in the month of September-August. In last 1 year, the October 2020 to October 2021, the state has seen an increase by rupees 305.50 approx. The cost of LPG was 608 in October 2020, but now in October 21, it was hiked by 15 rupees, and the LPG cylinder will now cost you about 913.50 paisa. Now, Goans have strongly reacted to this hike of LPG cylinders. The high price of LPG domestic cylinder has affected the poor and the middle class, who were assured a subsidy by the government to hide a tide over the increase. The subsidy, which was through DBT, direct bank transfer, was stopped in May 2020, while the hike is nearly 305 within a year's time.
कितें आनी सांगपाचें आसा आमकांच उजो पेटलेलो आहा गॅस पेटपा धाडून थंय वेडाना आमकां पेट्टा उजो कित्याक पयशे येयल्ले दिसा कित्याक म्हणून खंय घालपाचें तेंच कळना कित्याक आमचे कडेन बोल्सानूच पयशे पयशे कमी आसा पयलीं इनकम तरी बाबा आमचें कितें फोर फादर प्रॉपर्टी आसा आनी तें कितें आमकां येणावळ येता पडले तशें कांय ना आमीच कितें तरी काम करून कितें करून इतलीं वर्सां करून झोरून झोरून कितें तरी चार पयशे दवरल्यात तेच खावपाक मेळना सारकें कित्याक 5 रुपयाची वस्त 25 रुपया जाली पाव जो पळय आमी 4 आण्यांनी खाल्लो तो आयज आमकां 5 रुपयांनी पाव खावचो पडटा म्हणजे 20 टायम्स वाडले जाल्यार मार्केट आनी खंयच्या खंय इतलें वाडलां पळय तें म्हणजे आमी सोंसूंक जायना म्हयन्याक एक सिलिंडर पावना सांगपाचें म्हणल्यार 22 दीस ते 28 दीस येता कितें आनी जेन्ना हेजेर रेट वाडलो 1000 आयज घालचो पडटा सुरवातीक ते कितें 300 350 आसलेलो ओके
आज आमकां जो जो बजेट आसा तो आमकां एज अ हावज वायफ सगळ्या बायलांक एक ठरावीक एक बजेट एक सेटअप करचो पडटा आनी एवरी मंथ अशें न्ही की बाबा वान्स फॉर ऑल अशेंय न्ही तें एवरी मंथ आमचो हो बजेट आमी कॅल्कुलेट करता सेटअप करता आनी ताजे वयर आमी तें ठरयता म्हणजे आमचे कितले स्पेंड जातले कितले एक्सपेंडिचर वतले ते आमी सगळें ठरयता आज जर LPG जर आमी पळयत न्ही आमी म्हाका याद आसा की स्टार्टींग आमचो ते इन लायक अप्रॉक्सिमेटली 400 अशें म्हणजे 350 370 अशें असो आशिल्लो एका काळार आतां जर पळयत जाल्यार हो नॉट इवन हे हो टिबल द एमावंट आमकां पे करचो पडटा आनी हो टिबल द एमावंट जर आमी पे करता जाल्यार हाचेर आमकां इतलें म्हणजे सांगपाक व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट जाका स्पेंड जो म्हणजे जोडटा आनी जो कोण मोडटा ताकाच हें खबर आसतलें की हें बजेट जो आसा पळय किंवा हाची जो खर्च कॉस्ट जर आज LPG सिलिंडर जर आमी पळयत जाल्यार खूब वाडला
आणि सध्या जे सिलिंडर वाडल्या तेजो खोरांनीच मार बसलेलो आसा सगळ्यांक खरें करून घरा कारण सिलिंडर वाडल्या कारणान सगळे वाडलेले आसा आनी जेवण करपाक जो घरगुती महिलांक स्पेशली जो त्रास जाता तो आनीक वाडलेलो आसा सो हांव मागता आतां सरकारा कडेन की हे बेगीन कमी करचे, कित्याक फुडें दिवाळी येता, सण साजरे करूंक जाय. आनी त्याच प्रमाणे डिजल पेट्रोल सगळें वाडलेलें आसा. तेज्या कारणान आतां सगळ्यांकूच त्रास जाल्लो आसा आनी स्पेशली ह्यो आतां सिलिंडर वाडल्या कारणान मेन त्रास जाला तो घरगुती बायलांक जाल्लो आसा.
म्हाका कितें कळ्ळा, कालूच म्हाका कळ्ळा की सिलिंडर वाडला. आतां जवळ जवळ 1000 पावला तो. आमी आतां भाजयेचेर जावं आमचे कितें कांद्या बटाट्याचेर कितें जे पयशे आमकां मेळटा, आमी सेवींग करता पळय, ते आमकां करूंक मेळना. आमी इतकेंच सांगूंक सोदता गोवा गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन की आमकां हेचेर कितें तरी हेल्प करचो. सगळेंच वाडला, भाजी वाडल्या, कांदे वाडल्या, सिलिंडर वाडला, तेल वाडला, तांदळाच्या पोतान वाडला. आमी सेवींग करतली कितें?
The third wave preparation stands at 90% in Goa, even that the COVID situation at the moment is static. However, people of Goa and visitors must follow all the SOPs and protocols, says GMC Dean Shivanand Pandekar.
Third wave preparation stands 90% in Goa, but people should follow all SOPs, says GMC Dean. The third wave preparation stands at 90% in Goa, even though the COVID situation is at the moment in static. However, people of Goa and visitors must follow all SOPs and protocols, says GMC Dean Shivanand Pandekar. He also added that authorities will take a strict action and steps if positivity rate rises in Goa. Presently, zero positivity rate among the children is about 70%. Take a look.
Third wave preparation is almost 90%.
90% तुम्ही
Pediatric ICU, everything is ready.
एवरीथिंग इज देर. पण कितें तुमकां हे येयल्या केसी वाडटा देंवता कितें आसा सद्याक सिट्युएशन?
But the situation is static.
ओके
Per
वन मोर
day we get at about 4 cases.
वन मोर थिंग आमी म्हणटा तुमी गव्हर्मेंट म्हणटा एसओपी सगळे, पण हिंगा कसिनोच्या फुडल्यान इतली भीड, इगोजे कोण इतली भीड, एसओपी कोणाक ती आतां फकत भायर डू दे फॉलो एसओपी?
SOP म्हणटा ते पळय अशें पब्लिकांनी म्हण आपली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी.
पण हे ट्युरिस्ट न्हू सर सगळे डोमेस्टीक डू दे फॉलो काय म्हणटा?
दे आर ऑल ह्युमन्स ऑल्सो.
ओके पण फायनली कितें आनंद सर फायनली
SOPs are there in their place. They are supposed to wear a mask. They have to see that they don't crowd. All that is there. But finally, even if you in a family say something, children have to follow.
correct.
They are like our people. They should follow it for their own good and for the betterment of the society.
No, but if the crowd increases like that, are we not in a danger today?
We are going to keep a check on positivity rate. We have already given this to government. If positivity rate rises, we will take stringent steps. And we'll stop all those activities.
Okay.
Don't
If it rises,
see, you also believe with me that there are many Goans who are jobless. They need something.
correct.
So you will have to balance now. And living with COVID is becoming now more and more practical.
But you will keep an eye on all these
We
things.
will keep an eye.
Okay.
Expert committee, as a chairman of expert committee, I will be keeping eye myself. Plus, I will be taking statistics every week from our epidemiologists.
So if it increases, everything can be
They are given
closed.
guidelines for.
Okay.
मला सांग डॉक्टर थर्ड वेवाचो कितलो चान्सीस आहा येवपाचो, कितलो स्ट्रॉंग येतलो?
Now, as per the statistics available with us, we have seen that seropositivity in children is already about 70%. That means 70% children have already got infected and they have cured. So they
Themselves?
Means this is a big, small sample, but still it gives you an indication that third wave, if at all it comes, it won't be as large as the second wave.
आम्ही किती चितलेले पळयता म्हणजे भिरांत इतली आसचे ना.
Won't be as large as second wave because everybody has seen second wave.
ओके दोन्ही डोसेस झाली सगळ्यांनी चडशी ऑलमोस्ट 80% बा कंप्लीट झाल्या चडशे झाल्या.
But those details I won't have.
No, but is there still a fear among people going बाबा घेवंक सोदिना वो घेवंक उपकारना म्हणून?
Now that hesitancy is much reduced.
Okay.
Initially there was hesitancy and we are always telling people if you have a slightest doubt, come and speak to experts.
The governor of Goa will disperse financial assistance to old age institutes and dialysis patients. The governor will also visit several institutes, says the secretary to Governor Mihir Vardhan on Thursday.
For dialysis, we have received 31 applications so far. And we are still, the people are making inquiries and all still. I mean, they are still in the process of. And the institutions? Institutions are 29 institutions.
So
how much money roughly will be? This is from the discretionary fund, okay, of the governor. this fund, it's a very variable fund. Okay, it goes on. It can increase depending on the needs. So in view of this program, we'll be having sufficient funds, and let me tell you that the government is supporting us in this regard.
So the dialysis person, how you are going to support it for long term, or what is it?
The dialysis patients, we see already dialysis patients are being given financial help by the state government. You must be knowing the Deen Dayal Swasthya Yojana is already there, and they are also having some insurance cover. But we have understood that dialysis patients do a lot of tests and they spend a lot of money for medicines and all other than what is there. So it's like a one-time financial assistance that we are going to give to the dialysis patients.
Do you know?
Pardon?
How
that will be decided by Honorable Governor when he is going to decide that. You will know about it tomorrow.
Oh.
That is not yet decided.
No, that will be decided by Honorable Governor.
Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant has informed the candidates from Goa Human Resource Development Corporation can be employed in various departments till the filing of permanent post.
Now, the Goa Human Resource Development Corporation candidates can be employed at various departments till filling of permanent posts, says Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant. He asked the panel the candidates, and whenever there is a vacancy or anyone is on leave, then candidates can be taken from the corporation. Watch to what he has to say.
गोवा ह्युमन रिसोर्स डेव्हलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशनांतल्यान वेगवेगळे ह्युमन रिसोर्सीस गोंयांत करपाचे आमी सातत्यान प्रयत्न केला जेणे करून सेक्युरिटी आसतले, हावसकीपिंग आसतले, आतां भितरल्यान MTS किंवा LDC सारकिले पोस्ट, ड्रायव्हर सारकिले पोस्ट आमी म्हणटा की एम्पॅनल्ड कॅन्डिडेट करून दवरचे वेनेवर दर इज रिक्वायरमेंट इन अ गव्हर्मेंट ली वेकन्सी आसतली किंवा वेकंट वेकन्सी आसतली एम्पॅनल्ड कॅन्डिडेटा वयल्यान घेवं येता टील द फिलिंग ऑफ द परमनंट पोस्ट अशा पद्दतीन आनी बाकीच्या ज्या जाग्यार इन फ्युचर ह्युमन रिसोर्स कॉर्पोरेशनाक सेक्युरिटी आनी बाकीचे मेळटा पळय त्या प्रमाणे ते एंगेज करतले जेणे करून ह्युमन रिसोर्सान आनीक मोठ्या प्रमाणात एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्रिएट जाता.
The third Baby League grassroots workshop organized by Goa Football Association was launched at Our Lady of Snow High School, Raya, under the auspices and leadership of GFA Grassroots Committee with the backing of the Sarpanch of the areas.
Taking grassroots level programs to the next level, GFA begins Baby Leagues in Raya and Kamorlim. The third Baby League grassroots workshop organized by Goa Football Association was launched at Our Lady of Snows High School, Raya, under the leaderships of GFA Grassroots Committee with the backing of the Sarpanch of Kamorlim and Raya at Raya on Wednesday. We need to grow a new generation of players that start playing football from a very young age.
Goa Football Association has given utmost importance for the Goa Baby Leagues and the grassroots program because it lays the foundation for big football in the end. We have been criticizing or we have been criticized that there are not many stars coming up and unlike in the past. To provide for elite sportsmen, you need elite clubs, you need elite programs, but the groundwork is the foundation. You want a building of 20 stories. So the most important is the foundation, is the groundwork. So therefore, the Goa Football Association, under the leadership of Mr. Francisco Nunes, whom we call as a Shikit, has launched a series of workshops. Yeah, we had a workshop in Raya just yesterday, and the enthusiasm and the participation of the Sarpanches of Kamorling as well as Raya has kept us spellbound. They said, no, this is the need of the hour. You please come and help us. And we have already planned on the 17th of October a 1 or 2 hours program where our coaches, there will be Umer Mutwali and Charles from Sezago, who along with Shikit and the others will be there giving a few details and know-how about what is grassroots. We want to target basically at KG, pre-primary, primary, and most importantly, we would like to target standard 1 to standard 4, where there is no special teacher who could take up to the grassroots, which is the foundation for any sport, not only for football. And we are trying to devise the syllabus and the curriculum that would be adopted, especially at the pre-primary and the primary level, and then if possible with the help of the government and the Director of Sports and Youth Affairs, how to modify slightly the syllabus and the curriculum for standard 5th, 6th and 7th, because that is taken care of by the government of Goa.
Benches are installed, but where do common man and visitors sit, as journalists and concerned citizens have questioned? These benches were installed outside the Raj Bhavan, Governor's Palace, but they don't have proper seats. Now the question arises, where does one sit?
Now, benches are installed, but where do we sit? Question journalists and concerned citizens. These are the benches that are installed and placed outside the Raj Bhavan, which is the Governor's Palace, but they don't have proper seats. Now, the question arises, where does one sit? On the floor? And if on the floor, why do we need such benches here?
आम्ही आता राजभवना भायर आहा जे आमी न्यूज कवर करपाक येता न्यूज कवर करपाक येता ते बरें आहा पूण हिंगासर रावचे पडटा कितले कित्याक गव्हर्नर काय आमकां भितर घेयना हिंगा शेड ना कांय ना वतान हीट स्ट्रोक जावंक शकता ते पावस येयत जाल्यार पावसाचें कांय ना आसना हिंगासर उबे रावपाक थोडी धाकटी शेड्स खंय करून हिंगा दवरपा जाय कित्याक सगळे राजकारणी सगळे हिंगासर येता गव्हर्नराक मेळून मिडियाचे मातशें पळोवचें नाल्यार कितें एक शेड नाल्यार एक अशें करपाक शेल्टर इतलो लुगार आहा पयलीं हांगा बरें बसपाक मेळटालें ते वेगळेच आसले दुसरे बाग आसले पूण तूं गव्हर्मेंटान मागीर नंतर नवे घातले ते बाग बी ते पूण तेज्यो फोळ्यो आतां केन्ना गायब जाल्यो कोण जाणा त्यामुळे हे लोकांक आतां ट्युरिस्ट हांगा रातचे येता पळोवपाक म्हणून कितें येता तांकां खंय बसपाचें लोक बरे वाऱ्याक म्हणून येता हांगा लागते शेजारचे लोक येता वाऱ्याक ते हांकां काय बसूंक मेळना ते आतां निदान ते सरकारान फोळ्यो निदान सारके कायमचे तरी पत्रे बरें हें घालून ते फिक्स करचे म्हणजे जेणे करून कोणें काडूंक जायना तशें ते आमकां जर्नलिस्टांक आतां बसपाक जागो ना
आयज कितें तरी आसलें म्हण आमी येयल्ले पण हांगासर पळोवंक वचत जाल्यार हांगा काय बरें सरावंडींग एरिया केल्या बाग घातल्या पूण तेंची परिस्थिती पळोवंक जाय जाल्यार आयज बसोंक मेळना हे इन्वेस्टमेंट केला हे पयशे केला ते कोण करतलो कित्याक हे बसोंक मेळना आमी येता हांगासर रातचे केन्नाय येता सकाळचे येता केन्नाय हांगासर येता पूण आमकां बसोंक मेळना ही परिस्थिती तुमी पळया दाखया.
The National Disaster Response Force team in Goa from Pune and the team has been conducting mock drills at several places, creating awareness and preparedness for people to be ready during any disaster. They recently had a mock drill for the students at DMC College in Mamsa.
These natural disasters are going to be regular, they are going to be frequent, they are going to be common. Now what do? We just keep quiet or do something about it. Of course, reversal of climate change is a very, very slow process because what we are experiencing in today may be the effect of last say 100-150 years. And even to reverse that, it will take another 200 or 300 years. It's not going to be so easy. And for that all of us have to be proactive. So we have to live with these natural disasters. This suddenly pandemic came. It's also a disaster. First we did not pay attention, but now the proportion that is achieved, that is attained by this pandemic, and everything is thrown out of here, and that's the reason why now we have to continue with our life, we have to continue with our activities. But then again, there are restrictions. We have to follow so many SOPs and that. And for this, the role of each and every individual in this world is important.
NDRF National Disaster Response Force. डिजास्टर जब जो भी आपदा कहीं भी देश में आपदा आएगी तो NDRF टीम वहाँ पर तुरंत पहुँचकर जो भी वहाँ पर परिस्थितियाँ हैं उसके अनुसार से अपना लोगों की जान बचाती है। NDRF की जरूरत क्यों पड़ी? जैसा कि प्रिंसिपल सर ने बताया है, दिन पर दिन जो है आपदाएं बढ़ती जा रही हैं और आपदा आप लोगों ने सुना होगा। एक आपदा की क्या है, डिफाइन क्या है, परिभाषित किया है। NDMA एक्ट, एक NDMA एक्ट है, नेशनल डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट अथॉरिटी एक्ट 2005 के अनुसार जो उसको डिफाइन किया है, आपदा जो है किसी भी क्षेत्र में प्राकृतिक या मानव निर्मित किन्हीं कारणों से कोई घटना या दुर्घटना घटती है, इसमें व्यक्ति की जान, संपत्ति आदि का बहुत भारी नुकसान होता है, यही आपदा है। और जिस क्षेत्र में ये आपदा आती है, वहाँ के जो समुदाय के लोग हैं, इस आपदा से निकलना इतना आसान नहीं होता।
हमने 1 तारीख और 4 तारीख को इस बॉडी में ऐसे प्रोग्राम किए, जो फ्री पॉइंट हैं वहाँ पे हमने लाइव डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन किया। जो पानी में वो बोट लेके जाते हैं, वहाँ से अगर कोई आदमी वहाँ पे डूब रहा है, उसको कैसे रेस्क्यू करेंगे, वो लाइव डेमो दिखाते हैं। ऐसा ही बारदेश में हमारा और एक डेमो है आज शाम को। ये प्रोग्राम होने के बाद 3 बजे से 5 बजे तक हम कामूल में जो रिवर बैंक है वहाँ पे जाएंगे। आप में से भी कोई वहाँ पे ज्वाइन हो सकता है। अगर देखना है कैसा लाइव डेमो रहता है, कैसे उसको रेस्क्यू करना है, वो लाइव डेमो उनका वहाँ पे रहेगा। अभी यहाँ पे आपको जो रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशंस हैं वो कैसे करने पड़ते हैं। बिल्डिंग में अगर कोई आग लगी, नहीं तो कहीं डिजास्टर हो गया कैसे भी, और कोई किसी को फर्स्ट एड करना है तो क्या करना है, किसी को कैसा बचाव करना है, किसी ने आपको पकड़ लिया तो आपको सेल्फ डिफेंस कैसे करना है, ऐसे बहुत सारे तकनीक जो रहते हैं वो ये टीम देती रहती है।
And now for the weather forecast. Thunderstorm accompanied with lightning is very likely at few places over North and South Goa district on the 7th and the 8th, and isolated places on the 9th. Heavy rainfall is very likely at few places across Goa.
और अभी मानसून विड्रॉवल के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे। तो द नॉर्मल डेट ऑफ withdrawal of monsoon from Goa is 14th of October, and the withdrawal should ideally start from northwestern part of the country from around 17th September, लेकिन इस बार डिले हुआ है और as on 7th October ये वेस्ट राजस्थान के और नॉर्थ गुजरात के कुछ एरिया तक ही विड्रॉवल हुआ है। And it is expected that in the coming 3 to 4 days the withdrawal may come even up to Madhya Pradesh region, and further withdrawal will be based on prevailing conditions, and that will be informed accordingly. And apart from that, if we speak about weather systems in the coming days, there is possibility of a low pressure area to form over Andaman Sea near the Bay of Bengal area, and it is very likely to intensify further and move towards Andhra Pradesh Orissa coast in the following 4 to 5 days from 10th October. So accordingly the weather patterns may change over Goa too, so please be updated with the warnings and information shared by IMD. All the information is available on IMD's social media accounts and on its website. Please be regularly updated. Because of the circulation that was mentioned earlier, जैसे कि ईस्ट सेंट्रल अरेबियन सी के नियर नाइबरहुड में जैसे वो साइक्लोनिक सर्कुलेशन है, उसके कारण ईस्ट सेंट्रल अरेबियन सी और कोस्ट ऑफ केरला एंड कर्नाटका, ये दोनों जगह पे 7th और 8th अक्टूबर को विंड स्पीड 40 to 50 किलोमीटर्स पर आवर गस्टिंग टू 60 किलोमीटर्स पर आवर हो सकते हैं। इसलिए फिशरमैन आर रिक्वेस्टेड नॉट टू वेंचर इनटू दीज एरियाज on 7th and 8th of October.
Well, that's all we have in today's HCN Evening News Bulletin. Thank you for watching HCN.